Hello and welcome, Nowans. In this video, we will see how we can integrate Stripe payments with our Supabase backend Nowa project. So let's start by creating a local project. We're gonna call it Coins Market and press on create. Once the project is created, the first step would be to enable MCP so we can connect our Supabase database with Nowa. I'm gonna press authorize now. And once the authorization is complete, I'm gonna close this window and head back to Nowa. Once on Nowa, let's create a new Supabase project. Let's call it Coin Market Backend and give the password. And press on Create Project. Once the project is connected to our Supabase backend, let's give it a prompt. In this prompt, I'm gonna ask it to create a simple mobile app, which has basic email authentication, a home screen with a few products, Stripe as payment, Supabase as a backend, and some details on what exactly it should do. I will give you this prompt in the video description, and we're gonna press on send. Okay, once the AI is done, as you can see, it created some tables, which are profile, products, and purchase tables. Also, it gave us an auto profile creation, app features such as authentication, badge management, and how to test sign up. Before we create an account, let's go back to Supabase and enter into our new project, authentication, sign in providers, and turn off confirm email. Because this is a test app, we're gonna turn it off for testing our application. After the changes are saved, let's head back to Nowa and press on sign up. I'm gonna enter my email and I'm gonna use a simple password and sign up. Once we're signed up, we have our application where we can press on the package we want and buy it. Now, for now, our app doesn't have Stripe yet, so the next step would be to enable Stripe. So let's pause our play preview, go to settings, scroll down and find Stripe and press on enable. Now, once we're on, first of all, we need some API keys. Our merchant name, we're gonna call it Coin Store, and our country code would be US, and we need something called a publishable key. To get this publishable key, let's go to Stripe. Now, once we're on Stripe, we have our API keys here. This is a sandbox, by the way. For your own project, you can switch to a live account. So we're gonna copy the publishable key by clicking on it and heading back to Nowa. Let's paste it in its field and press on submit. Next, we have our purchase types. We have three different types of purchase types. We have one-time, consumable, and subscription. For a one-time item, it can only be purchased once per account. These are items that are physically there or can be digital goods, or consumable, which can be purchased multiple times. Things such as credit tokens or in-app currency. And finally, subscription, which are items that are renewed or have a recurring billing cycle. In our scenario, we're gonna only be using one-time and consumable, so we won't be selecting subscription. However, all three of them work in the same way. Next, we're gonna need a secret key and the webhook secret key. The secret key is simple. We can find it in Stripe dashboard. So let's copy it and paste it inside Nowa. However, for the webhook secret, we're gonna take the webhook URL, we're gonna copy it and go to Stripe, search for webhooks, click on them and create a new destination. Before we proceed, we need to add different events. We have 9 events to be added, first 4 being under payment. So we're gonna scroll down for payment intent, and inside payment intent, we're gonna choose payment intent cancelled, payment failed, processing, and succeeded. Furthermore, we're gonna scroll back up to customer. Inside customer, we're gonna look for customer subscriptions and select created, deleted, and updated. And lastly, we're gonna go to invoice and select invoice paid and invoice payment failed, and then press on continue. Webhook endpoint and continue. Now let's give it a name. We're gonna call it Coins Market and paste the endpoint URL we got from inside Nowa, and finally create destination. Once the webhook is created, we need to copy the sign-in secret by revealing it and then press copy to clipboard. Now let's head back to Nowa and paste it. And don't forget to submit. Next, our payment methods. Now, if we want to use Apple Pay and Google Pay inside our application, we need to enable them. So for Apple Pay, let's enable it. It's gonna ask for an Apple Merchant ID. In order to create an Apple Merchant ID, we need to go to developer.apple.com/account, go to identifiers, and create a new identifier. However, we won't be choosing Apple IDs as our identifier. Instead, we're gonna select Merchant ID and press on continue. So we're gonna call it dev.nowa.coinsmarket and test. For our description, press on continue, press on register. Now that we have our Merchant ID, let's click on it and press on create a certificate. We're gonna choose no because we're not exclusively in China mainland, and press on continue. It will ask us to upload a certificate signing request. In order to get this certificate signing request, let's head back to Stripe, go close our workbench, and go to settings, payments, payment methods, and search for Apple Pay. Now click on it, press on view details, and choose configure iOS certificate. It will take us to a new page. Once we're on this page, we need to press on add new application, and it will download a certificate signing request. So let's press on continue and continue again. Here we're gonna upload the certificate we're gonna get from App Store. So let's head back to App Store. Let's choose a file, upload our signing certificate, press on continue, download it. And once it's downloaded, we're gonna head back to Stripe and upload the certificate again and submit. Once we're done, we have now enabled our merchant ID and our merchant on Stripe. Let's go back to Google, copy our merchant ID and head back to Nowa and paste it here. For Google Play, we can simply enable it from here. However, make sure that you go to payment methods again and enable Google Pay. Next, we need to choose a table for our products. We're gonna select the products table and map the fields. We're gonna map the ID field with the price field and choose fixed value and select USD as our fixed currency and press on deploy. Okay, once the deploy is done, we can close our settings tab and prompt the AI that we have set up Stripe. So set up Stripe payment. Okay, now it's done. Let's go to our simulator, select iPhone 17 and run it to test it. Okay, now that the simulator has built, let's try to purchase 100 coins. Our Stripe payment card will pop up where you can choose Apple Pay, which requires us to set a billing address, or pay using a card or bank or whichever payment method you had set up using your Stripe dashboard. So we're going to use a test card, which is 424242 all the way, and the random expiration date with random CVC, and press on pay. After the payment is done, our balance will update, and as you can see, we have now 300 coins. Our coins are consumable products because we can buy several of them. However, Team Unlock and Pro Badge are one-time products. So if you buy a Pro Badge, let's enter our card again and press on pay, we get to buy our Pro Badge. And here it says on because we can't buy two Pro Badges for the same account as they are one-time purchases. And we get our Pro Badge here. Now, if you're asking why we can't see the Google Pay emblem, is because in order to activate that, we're gonna need to use an Android emulator. However, both work in the same way once set up. That was it for today. Stay tuned for more videos.